This is part 3 of cutting and applying custom tiles to a side of a cube. Now, as you can see, I have Skewb here, and I have the custom tiles that I've cut already, and they're all perfect. So then what you want to do is, it doesn't really matter what order you put them on, but what you want to do first is take some sharp object and make sure that you've cleaned off all of the old adhesive. There's nothing in the grooves, and basically the side is perfectly black or white or whatever color your plastic is. So as you can see on this side of the Skewb, if it'll focus for me, there is absolutely no adhesive left, which is exactly what you want. You want to be able to see everything perfectly. Now that is good detail on the camera. Haha. And then you can just start with whatever piece you want to. I'm going to start with the centerpiece. And you want to peel off the backing. And make sure that you touch the adhesive part of the tile as little as possible. Now, peel off the adhesive, the shield on the back. And then you want to line up a corner on the puzzle. Make sure that it's perfect, and then push it down on there. Like this. So as you can see on this tile, it is just about the perfect size. I may have rounded off the corners a little bit too much, but that's okay, as long as you're fine with a little rounded bit on that. But if you're not, you can always cut a new tile. Now also you can see the gap on this side. If it'll focus again. You can also see that on this side of the tile, there's a little bigger gap between the edge than there is on the other side. So, if that's the case, and it's bad enough that you want to peel it off, you can either use a scrape plate blade or your X-Acto knife and peel off the tile. Now, if you're too rough with this, you will bend the tile, and that is not what you want. So peel it very slowly, and do not force it. Now, of course, it's best to place it perfectly on your first time, but there we go. Now it's perfect on each side, and then you just want to go around and do each of the pieces. There's no need to tile one specific part over another first. It doesn't really matter at all. So of course, your tiles will not be all exactly the same because they were custom cut by hand, and the better they look, the happier you will be. So that is why you should take time. And that is why it took me about 3 videos just to do one side. That is 30 minutes of cutting tile. Now, of course, I was explaining things, but it still should take you a good 10, 15, maybe 20 minutes to cut and tile one side of a cube. Especially this one that only has 5 tiles on it. If you're doing a cube like a... I'm trying to think of what other puzzles you may want to tile. If you're tiling a mirror bump cube, I feel sorry for you, because every side is different on that one. But the good thing about the Skewb and other puzzles that are pretty even on each side, like the Megaminx even works with this, is since each side is exactly the same, you only have to make one guideline, and then just create that guideline 6 times or however many times you need for one side of the cube. And now you see that I have completely tiled one side of my Skewb, and it's all textured, and it looks awesome. And then all you want to do is just do that same thing for the other 6 sides, and you've got a tiled Skewb. Happy days. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, criticisms, flames, hatings, or whatever, if you want to get into a debate on something, or you just want to yell at me for how cool you think Tyrannosaurus Alan is, feel free to post a comment, a message, or send me an email. Bye. And, if you zoom in a little, this is what your fully tiled Scube will look like, or whatever your fully tiled puzzle is. It will have nice colors, the ones that you like to have on your speed cubes, rather than the stupid colors that come with the actual puzzle. Like, when is light orange a color? And when is it across from yellow? So here is your nice cube. And another puzzle that I have tiled is my Pyraminx. I have tiled it, and now I have white on it, which is really nice. And using this method that I've taught, you can make tiles for all sorts of puzzles. Bandaged cubes, perhaps? Square ones, maybe? You can make tiles for all sorts of different puzzles. You can also use the same method for cutting vinyl sheets, which is really nice. So, I hope you liked this tutorial on how to make custom tiles, and you'll be very happy with the results if you take the time to do it. I do also offer this service in my store for tiling 6x6s, 7x7s, which do each have over 250 tiles that you have to cut. This cube, for example, only had 30 that I needed to cut, and it still took me about half an hour. Doing a 6x6 has over 250, which is crazy. So, that is my tutorial on how to cut this. I do offer this in my store for just about any puzzle. I can make tiles for square ones, bandage cubes, Pyraminxes, cubes, basic, almost any 8 color or less puzzle that you have. I could tile whatever you wanted me to. Also, in the future, CubeSmith will have uncut tile material of different colors, more than just the 8 they have now, so I could cut you custom tiles for a Megaminx or a Rainbow Cube. But for now, I can only do it for 7 or less sided puzzles, because I can use white and black. So, this sums up the tutorial.